So first thing for our coconut chicken, this is completely optional, but I just like to have a little bit of complexity from the garlic. So just get a little bit of oil in the pan on a medium heat, and just 2 cloves of garlic that I've sliced fairly finely. And we just want to cook them, probably pan could have been a bit hotter. We just want to cook them for, 30 seconds to a minute, just to get the garlic to start to brown. So just keep an eye on it. It's important that the garlic doesn't get cooked too much, and if you're not a garlic fan, or if you're short on time, just skip this step. Garlic's been on for just a little bit over 30 seconds, and it's starting to brown up around the edges, so we'll get our coconut milk in. So it's just a regular can, and just give it a stir, and then we'll get our chicken in as well. So I've just got 2 chicken breasts, kind of on the smaller side. That's what we're looking for, and that's perfect size there. We want the coconut milk to be just covering. So then I'll leave that on a high heat. I'll keep an eye on it. We just want it to come up to a simmer. So when it starts to simmer, it'll take a couple of minutes. Then I'll hit the timer. We cook it for 5 minutes, and then turn the heat off, lid on, and cook it for, just let it stand for 20 minutes. Come up to a simmer. It's even starting to boil a bit, so I'll turn my heat right down. So we want it to be much more gentle, and set my timer for 5 minutes. And just keep an eye on it. So we want it to bubble away. You don't want it to completely stop simmering, but you also don't want it to go too fast. So you might need to adjust the temperature. So something around there. So it's probably on a medium-low heat. So our chicken breast has been simmering for 5 minutes. You can see it's just been kind of puttering away there, like that. So I'm just going to, you can see, it's going to turn it over to make sure we're getting the chicken cooked evenly. And then I'll turn the heat off, lid on, and I'm just going to stand it for 20 minutes. And if you're in a hurry, you could skip this step and just keep simmering it, simmering the chicken until it's cooked through. So it'll probably take you somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes. But by doing this step of stopping and just letting it stand, it's way more gentle. You're way less likely to overcook the chicken, and it just gives a much nicer, softer texture. And it stops it drying out. The chicken's been just sitting there for 20 minutes, and you can see breasts are looking nice and cooked through. So the best way to tell whether they're cooked or not is just to slice into them. So I'm pretty confident that these are going to be okay. So we'll just get them out, and I'll get the pot back on a high heat to heat up, because we'll get our spinach in there to wilt down. A big bag here of English spinach, so just fill in with a few handfuls, and it's just about pack it in because it's going to wilt down like crazy. So might as well try and fit the whole bag in. Okay, it's a bit messy. Jules, what are you doing? That's fine. So now I'll just get the lid on and let that simmer, wilt down while I slice the chicken. Okay, so you can see our lovely cooked chicken breasts are all done here. So I'm just going to slice, and you can see just crosswise. So it looks lovely. It feels lovely and tender. It's definitely cooked through. So I'll fill it out of the way. Try and get that onto my serving plate. So spinach should have come up to the boil now, so I'll just check in on it. And you just want to give it a stir, and it's just going to take literally a couple of minutes to simmer away, and you'll see that the spinach on the bottom will have already started to wilt down. So it looks like way too much spinach, but you'll be amazed how quickly it reduces down. So we'll probably leave the lid off now and just keep stirring it. It's getting nice and hot. And this is great too because it's heating the sauce up again, so everything will be really lovely and hot when you go to serve. Our sauce is coming back up to a simmer and our spinach is wilted down, so we'll get it off the heat and just to have a taste and season with some salt and pepper. And then we're ready to just serve the sliced chicken with the sauce and spinach on top. So if you enjoyed this recipe, really encourage you to hop on over and visit my blog. It's thestonesoup.com, and there are a heap of free video recipes just like this one. And also if you sign up for my free email updates, you'll also get a copy of my free e-cookbook, which is packed with video recipes, 5 ingredient video recipes just like this one. So I hope to see you soon.